Hello again, everyone. Um, I think I'll probably put this one in with what I've called Paul's Rants in that playlist, but it's not a rant as such. I don't know how this one's going to go down. It's a difficult and different subject to the sort of things I usually talk about, but it's one that is very close to home for me, and that is depression. Now, I'm no doctor and I'm no psychiatrist or anything, and I've never officially been diagnosed with it, but I know for a fact that I've suffered with it for a very long time, since my early teens, definitely. And I just wanted to sort of take a little bit of time to talk about not myself so much, but how I sort of deal with what I call the darkness when it descends, and if it helps one person, then it will have been worth doing this. Um, Maybe I'm a unique case. I don't think I am, but I'm just going to talk a little bit about how I'm affected and how I deal with it, really. And of course, my job has been since 2004 full time fixing lovely old motorbikes, and I got a nice little collection of my own, and I live in a nice village. I've got a nice home, lovely family, and I could quite understand somebody saying or thinking, how the hell can you be depressed? I shouldn't be. I mean, there's all sorts of things stacked in my favour that should make my life really enjoyable, and yeah, a lot of the time it is. It's not a constant downer. I'm not always sad or in a bad place, but sometimes something will trigger it, and then, whoa, we're going down into a bad place. And that is where I think other people probably go as well. And this is a sort of look at how I deal with that when I go there. And sometimes, like for example, the reason I'm doing this is it was only yesterday I was having a really good day um, in my work. What I was doing was going really well, and it looked like I was going to earn a decent crust yesterday, and everything was fine and hunky dory. And then I got some news that was rather upsetting about a bike that I worked on not long ago, and it wasn't really what I wanted to hear. Now I know things can happen beyond my control, but still, it just put a real downer on the day, and I thought, why the hell am I even bothering to do this? What's the point? And it just spirals down and down and down, and I ended up, it compounds. There may be lots of little things that might not be quite as good as they should be, or could be better, or whatever, or I'll have to deal with that bill soon, or I'm going to get in trouble. Little things, nothing much, and then you get the one that kicks you right in the nuts, and everything else jumps in with it. And how I deal with it, basically, and just to sort of emphasise that I'm not, making light of anything. When I was about 17 or 18, actually decided that I was going to put a stop to it once and for all. Let's just say that. And it didn't work out how I planned. It was a very physical, sort of hands-on attempt involving me on a motorbike and aiming it at some oncoming traffic and shutting my eyes. When nothing happened after I thought it should have done, I opened my eyes and found that the traffic had gone past in the other direction, and I was on the wrong side of the road heading for the grass, and I just thought, you twat, what the hell do you think you were doing? And I'm so glad that I failed, because I've always got that to remind myself that no matter how bad things get, it's not worth doing that, and don't give the forces that put you in that place the satisfaction. And that's what I'm coming to, the forces. Now, they may be external forces, it may be just the way I react to things, but I regard them as the forces, and it's important this, because what I do is I imagine those forces as a physical entity, and they're getting off on my misfortune. They're having a laugh at my expense, and they're rather unpleasant creatures, if you like, and it's very important to see them like this. And what you do is, when you're in those really dark places, sometimes you have to ride it out a little while before I'm able to do it, but you imagine them as a physical entity that you can actually get hold of and kick the absolute shit out of them. And it's important, this. You've really got to be doing that, and you've got to focus on the fact that you are giving those forces a really hard, nasty time. And if you want to, please, whatever you do or use or whatever, don't involve other people. Don't take it out on other people. Don't take it out on animals, any other living thing, whatever, or other people's property. But get something if you must. I don't know, an old radio, television, you name it. If it's to hand and you want to pick up a hammer and smash it to bits, just as long as whatever it is you're smashing to bits, put it in your own mind that that is the entity that drove you down into that dark space. Let off steam, give it a good smashing up. You'll soon feel a lot better, but remember, ultimately, if you do get to the point where you feel you want to jump off a bridge or something like that, please, it will pass, okay? I know it's terrible when people sort of say things like, oh, snap out of it, you know. That is wrong. They shouldn't do that, because they are people that just don't understand. I understand fully where you're at, and like I say, I've got no excuse perhaps for being depressed when I am, but it happens, and I have to live with it and deal with it, and that's how I deal with it. Do not give those forces that put you there the satisfaction of even contemplating ending it, because tomorrow, believe it or not, will usually often be better. I can't say that it will, because sometimes it's not, and you just got to keep on fighting your way through. But please, if you get in a situation like that, fight your way through, and try as best you can to keep your chin up. But if you really need to let off some steam and vent, do it. Don't hurt anyone else or any other animals or anything like that, though. But like I already said, it will help you feel better if you can let off steam in that way if you need to. Don't bottle it up. It's not always easy to talk about it. There's a bit of a stigma, isn't there? This to me is almost like, for example, if I was coming out, if I were gay or something, which, you know, obviously people find themselves in that position as well, and it's probably not easy for them. I'm only using that as an example, okay? I'm not anti-gay or anything like that, but I can sort of understand the difficult conversations that such people might have to have from time to time, and it's probably the same with this, because as soon as the depressed word comes up, there is a stigma, and there is feeling that you're playing some sort of sympathy card or whatever. Well, you're not. And talking of cards, I'm a strong believer in that not everyone will agree with me here, that you've just got to play with the cards you were dealt with when you were born. And that's very much how I feel, or maybe that is part of depression as well. But I suppose what I'm trying to say is that if anyone feels that bad right now, like there's no way out of it, and it would be better if you weren't here, believe me, it isn't. Stay here, focus on working on it and pulling through, and it'll be worth it, I promise you, when you do feel better, because there will be better days. It won't stop the bad days, but it just might help you deal with them a little bit, and hopefully you'll be able to enjoy the good days a little bit more. Thanks for watching, and I hope that perhaps that's it. Like I say, if it's just helped one person feel a little bit better for a while, that'll do for me. So thanks for watching and feel better soon, folks.